What's up, YouTube? I'm Super Dan, the Shoe Man. I got another review for you here today. Not a real unboxing. I'm going to take it out of the box, but this didn't just come in the mail. This is another one, the oop from my man Miguel. He sent me, let me borrow this shoe. Let me borrow it so that I can make this video. This is a unique shoe, and it's actually a fairly expensive mid. So we don't see a whole lot of expensive mids, period. And this is one from a couple years ago. First, a word from my sponsor. I guess Miguel's sponsoring half these videos by giving me the shoe. But my real sponsor, Jesus, Matthew 27:46. Jesus is hanging on the cross and he looks up to God and he says, my God, why have you forsaken me? He was being forsook. He was being forsaken by God. God turned his back on Jesus. And in Hebrews 13:5, it says that God will never leave or forsake me. And that's because Jesus took all the forsaking that God has to give. He took it for me. And all I have to do is trust that Jesus took that for me, and then I'll never be forsaken. So again, this is a Jordan 1 mid. And this is an expensive Jordan 1 mid. This is the most expensive Jordan 1 mid that I've ever had here on this channel, and I've had a lot of Jordan 1 mids, haven't I? Mm-hmm. This is the Jordan 1 mid all over logos. This released in May 2019, and we'll talk some more about value in a minute, but May 2019. So this was 3 years, yeah, almost 3 years ago. In 2 months, it'll be 3 years ago. All over logos. This overlay and this overlay. The toe box have no logos, but otherwise there are logos all over it.
Are those off-white?
These are also, yeah, these are also off-white laces. These are the same lace, or this, you know, he put the off-white laces in those Tinker 3s also.
Oh yeah.
So let's see, we get neon green swoosh on the outside. Collar, neon green on this side, neon reddish kind of swoosh on this side, and then neon red color on this side. You like that, don't you?
I do like that, yeah.
I believe that this is racer blue, black and racer blue on the tongue tag. Because when I read this, and this is a size 11, it's white, racer blue, black, cyber. Yeah, I don't know what's cyber, but something on here is a cyber. We get Jumpman logo, Jordan logo, 23. Let's see. I don't know what that says. Do you know what that says here?
It's hard to see on the camera with the glare. Something of the something.
Something of the something.
Let me see that one. You get the other
Something
shoe.
of the art of the dunk. It's art of the dunk. It's on both sides. Around the bottom. Art of the dunk, yeah. So I guess just different logos that were used for Jordan branding over the years are just all over this shoe. And Miguel has asked me like 5 times since he gave me this if I liked it or not, and I was like, dude, I haven't done the video yet, so I haven't taken it out of the box. I haven't looked at it myself. This white leather that this is all this is printed on, it's the best leather I've seen on a mid, a non-SE mid. This says Air Jordan 1 mid, nothing else. Some of the SEs, I don't think I have any with me. I just sold a couple pairs. But some of the SEs have like suede on them that feels pretty nice, but just for leather, this is pretty nice feeling leather. So it's decent in that sense, but right now this is going for like 300 and something, maybe just over 300, when it retailed for $110 in 2019. This retailed for $110 in 2019. So it didn't start raising in value until July 2020. So
a year and a month later.
A year and a couple months later is when it finally started raising in value. Before that, it was selling on StockX for less than, like, you would pay retail. You would pay $110 for this, buying it on StockX with fees and taxes. And Miguel actually got this sitting on a shelf on sale in 2019.
On sale.
So all of us that are new to this, like the big sneaker game, he had a bunch of these shoes back in the day. He wasn't really, he didn't understand what was going on with, he didn't know yet what was going on with the resale game in 2019, or what would go on, but I guess most people didn't. And I think it has to do with 2 things. I think it has to do with the pandemic and also The Last Dance. Do you know what The Last Dance is?
I do not.
The Last Dance was the documentary on Netflix. Michael Jordan documentary on Netflix.
Mm.
And for me, also, I mean, that did something for me. Going back and watching that, or not going back, but watching that documentary and seeing Michael play in a whole bunch of clips and remembering how I felt when I was like your age, less than your age, younger than you, and watching him on TV with those shoes. So I'm pretty sure that had a lot to do with it. And so a lot of people that are in this resale game right now, which I'm doing right now to some extent, but we don't.
Some extent.
Well, I make videos too, and almost all these either have been or will be worn.
Yeah.
So, it's, and I think a lot of the YouTubers do this. They, like Tony D said it about, like, oh, I'm not a reseller, but in the same video, he said that he needed to drop some boxes off for StockX. If you're a StockX, if you sell on StockX, you're a reseller. He got the shoe, he acquired the shoe somehow, and he resold it on StockX. If you sell it for retail to your friends, that maybe you wouldn't call that a reseller, but you can't do that on StockX. You sell it for the highest bid, which if you're selling it there, you're probably making some money. So Roscoe does it too, talking about resellers. He is one too, because he does the same thing. I do it just on a small scale. Maybe we're not resellers, and maybe they are. I don't know for sure if they go to this extent. I know I am not a reseller by profession. It's just a hobby that I like acquiring them, and then if I end up not wanting them, I sell them and make some money. But this is it's a function of the market that we're in right now. This sneakers and Jordans especially were not always this way. They sat on shelves. They didn't always sell for a premium. It's probably not going to continue that way. I think some people are going to lose interest in them after, number one, after The Last Dance kind of wears off, but also number two, after we're not all just sitting at home because of the pandemic, after we don't all have pandemic stimulus checks, not all of us, but a lot of us have stimulus checks. I think all of that stuff went into why this shoe that I see nothing special about. I mean, it's cool, it's different, but nothing $300 or something special about when the retail was 110. Retail now might be 130, but still not 300 and something, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's a whole lot that goes into making this price to what it is, and it's not going to last. So building an empire of reselling shoes might be nice right now. You make some money, or in the last year, 2 years really, you make some money, but it isn't going to be anything sustainable long term. It's going to go away. So I'm going to mention this at the end of this video. The next video, you might see it at the beginning of the video, but we're at over 1,600 subs now, so we got to make the push to 2,000 subs.
Yeah.
What does that mean, Haley?
It means giveaway.
Giveaway. So y'all gotta just cross your fingers that I get some heat coming up soon. This is Miguel, so I can't give you this one. Actually, I probably could. He'd sell me this if I needed to give it away. But y'all make sure you're watching these videos and paying attention to them and commenting on what you want me to keep. Al Fantastico just messaged me the other day from Indonesia, and said that he received the pair of shoes that I sent him for my last giveaway, and the first winner from the last giveaway got gift cards, gift certificates to Finish Line, and waiting on the other person overseas, out of the country, to let me know if they got their shoe in. But like I said, let me know if there's shoes on my videos that you want me to keep. If I get enough likes or comments on that video, I'll be sure to keep that shoe. And the sooner we get to the 2,000 subs, the more likely it is your shoe is still going to be here somewhere and open for the giveaway. So let's get there. So what are you gonna do? What are we gonna do to help us get there, Andy?
Tell your grandma.
Tell your grandma. Smash that like button. Comment down below. Make sure you are sub now, and that you ring the bell for notifications. I'll see you next time.
You're so pretty.
Say bye.
Choose. Ah! Shoes.
And I like shoes.
Fire!